Good morning, Belen. I'm Cristobal, and these are your news for today, April 14th, 2015. Thank you to those who participated in order to help the kids of St. Jude's Hospital who struggle against cancer. The final tally was $22,000. We would also like to thank the NHS for donating over $2,000. This past spring break, 35 seniors traveled to Peru, the land of the Incas. They visited places such as el Arco Museum and El Museo de Oro of Lima. They also visited sites such as the Monastery of St. Francis, Sacsayhuaman, and the ruins of Ollantaytambo and Machu Picchu. They were accompanied outside of the classroom opportunity by Dr. Gustavin, Dr. De Quesada, Mr. Vasquez, and Mr. Padura. If interested in attending next year's senior trip, contact Dr. Gustafson, Mr. De Quesada, or Mr. Vasquez. Last week, members of Belen's Key Club went to the Rosen Shingle Creek in Orlando for their annual district convention, where the Key Clubs of all the high schools in Florida recapped their year in the conference. Their notable awards this year were first place in the bronze division for the Key Club amount and per member, and third place in the digital poster. Well done and congrats on a successful year. You might not know it, but April is Autism Awareness Month. Autism spectrum disorder, ASD, is a range of complex neurodevelopment disorders characterized by social impairments, communications and difficulties, and restricted, repetitive, and stereotyped patterns of behavior. Autistic disorder, sometimes called autism or classic ASD, is the most severe form of ASD, while other conditions along the spectrum include milder form known as Asperger's syndrome and childhood degenerative disorder, and pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified, usually referred to as PDD or NOS. Although ASD varies significantly in character and severity, it occurs in all ethnic socioeconomic groups and affects every age group. Experts estimate that 1 out of 88 children at the age of 8 will have an ASD center will have a mortality weekly report. March 30th, males are 4 times likely to have ASD than females. Help us to better understand autism. Join our Key Club members in the Walk Now for Autism Speaks on April 19th in Doral. To support the team, please email Johnny Calderon at jcalderon@belenjesuit.org. The team will be selling shirts all month for the walk and can be worn on April 30th instead of the school uniform. For more information, please see Mr. Calderon. Yesterday at the Freedom Tower in downtown Miami, Marco Rubio made a big announcement declaring his candidacy for the 2016 presidential elections. Rubio would be the first Hispanic and the first Floridian president in the White House. Rubio has been a senator and a local representative for 5 years, but now looks to make an impact on the national stage. Nicole C. Ray states that a lot of middle-class, blue-collar voters could identify with Marco in a way that perhaps they couldn't with some of the other candidates. On the other side of the ballot is Hillary Clinton. She's looking to become something other than just the former First Lady, as she announced her candidacy on Sunday. It's a Cold War no more, as the president and Raul Castro came face to face, the first exchange between U.S. and Cuban leaders since before Mr. Obama was even born. The president told leaders gathered at the Summit of the Americas in Panama that he wants to turn the page with Cuba, though he conceded these long-term adversaries will still have their differences. And Castro did speak out, joking he was making up for missing past summits when Cuba wasn't invited. Castro blasted the U.S. meddling in his nation's affair over the course of 10 presidents, but in a remarkable moment, Castro said he admired Mr. Obama, and an assessment Castro said he made after skimming through the president's autobiographies. There hasn't been a give and take like this between the U.S. and Cuba since Vice President Nixon met Fidel Castro in 1959, when Dwight D. Eisenhower was president. But even after a series of encounters with Castro, the president stopped short of saying he trusts the Cuban leader. Next, the Obama administration is expected to remove Cuba from the U.S. list of state sponsors of terrorism. A move blasted by Florida Republican Senator Marco Rubio, who said, "I don't see how they can rationalize taking them off the list, other than the president's desire to achieve a legacy issue." The president argued that times have changed. Now to what's going on around our hallways. The American Sign Language Club will meet today at 3 p.m. in room E210. The Creative Writing Coffeehouse Club will meet today at 3 p.m. in room G202. The Bishop San Pedro Spanish Club will meet today at 3 p.m. in room D106. Operation Smile will meet today at 3 p.m. in room H221. Mu Alpha Theta will meet today at 3:10 in the Coscuyuela dining room. The History Club will meet today at 3 p.m. in room H221. Respect Life will meet today at 3 p.m. in room H204. Robotics will meet today and Thursday at 3 p.m. in room I-121. Forensics will meet today and Thursday at 3 p.m. in room G205. Astronomy Club will meet today in the Observatory at 7:30 p.m. The SAP Club will meet Thursday in room F217 at 3 p.m. Tri-M Music Honor Society will meet Thursday at 3 p.m. in room I-109. Now stay tuned as we bring you weather and sports right after these messages. Now on to Jack the Goytisolo with our weather.
Thank you, CJ. Let's take a look at our weather for today. Looking at a day that's going to be partly cloudy with a slight chance of rain. Let's take a look at our highs and lows for today. Looking at highs of 86 and lows of 76 with humidity at 66%. And precipitation at 10% with southeast winds coming in at 11 miles per hour. Let's take a look at our weather for the rest of the week. Looking at highs in the high 80s and lows in the mid 70s with a chance of rain ranging from 10 to 30%. That's all for our weather. Back to you, CJ.
Thank you, Jack. Now on to sports. Congratulations to Danny Martinez and Alejandro Asegawa, who qualified to state championship in tennis. Danny Martinez also qualified in the #1 singles. The team captured a district championship on Monday, April 1st, when they won their regional semifinal round on Tuesday, April 7th, in straight sets over Boynton Beach, and dropped the heavily contested regional final match against Alonzo Mourning by the score of 4-3. The middle school tennis team will play at North Broward Prep. The varsity water polo team captured their 6th consecutive district championship with a 14-3 victory over Christopher Columbus High School. The varsity lacrosse team defeated Columbus by the score of 7-6 for the first time in their short history and advanced to the district championship. The game was played against Gulliver Prep, but they did end up losing. The baseball team finished in 3rd place in the Catholic Challenge last week, going 3-1, as they defeated Bishop Verot 5-3, Trinity Catholic 3-2, and Bishop Moore 5-4. The Wolverines are now 13-9 on the season. The middle school gold baseball team went to Coral Springs Charter over the Easter break and split a doubleheader. The team lost the first game 2-0, but came back to win the second game. Robert Grubello had a clutch 2-run double, and Mario Fernandez pitched a complete game, only allowing 1 run. The JV baseball team had a doubleheader this past weekend against Terra. The Wolverines won both games. The final scores were 10-0 and 7-5. The crew team had a fantastic performance this past weekend at the FSRA Sculling Championship Regatta in Sarasota, competing against best in-state sculling programs, bringing home 9 Florida Scholastic and 2 overall cups and winning 9 medals, 2 gold and 7 silver. Next, the team heads back to Sarasota for the FSRA Sweep Championship Regatta to take place on April 25th and 26th. Congrats to the athletes and the coaches. The volleyball team played against Greater Miami yesterday in the last home game of the regular season. The seniors were honored in a special rose ceremony right before the game. The Wolverines' outside hitter Liam Fernandez Rocha really played well as the team cruised to a win in straight sets. That's all for sports. And today in Belen, we'll be hosting the District Track and Field Championship as admission is $6, as mandated by the FHSAA. The varsity baseball team will host Archbishop McCarthy at 4 p.m. Admission for the game will be $6. That's all for sports. Students, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for all the latest news and pictures. I'm Carlos Cristobal, and from everyone here at Wbln, have a great day and stay golden, Wolverines.